Hey moviegoers, Juniper City here, and thank you for coming on to the Cinescope, where it's movie reviews under a new lens. Today's movie is going to be Kung Fu Panda 4. And I can honestly say, I never expected Kung Fu Panda 4 to be as fun and entertaining as it was. And it wasn't just good, it was very good. It was colorful, kinetic animation. It was smart, clever, and funny writing with excellent voice talent to match. And a good, solid, positive message for the kiddies and for the adults too. So who'da thunk? The fourth movie of an animated series called Kung Fu Panda, and I reiterate, the fourth movie would be better. Far better than Disney's most recent animated movie. That's a high-flying kick to the funny bone. I seriously had no expectations going into this fourth movie, which, by the way, is coming out almost a decade after the third sequel. In full transparency, I've only ever seen the original Kung Fu Panda. I remember enjoying it and it being a fun movie to watch. Life just got in the way of watching the second and third sequels. But an important takeaway from this review would be, aside from my liking this movie a lot, you needn't have watched any of the Kung Fu Panda movies. The movie is very self-contained, and one understands every character's place, relationships, and motives in the movie. And it's all done without heavy, wrench-to-the-head exposition. Maybe that time off was a benefit. Well, animation has sure come a long way since 2016, and Kung Fu Panda 4 takes great advantage of those neat tech improvements. Po, the Dragon Warrior, has for sure done his bit for the Valley of Peace. Po has proven to be courageous. His mastery of the Kung Fu martial arts has been butt-kickingly exemplary. Perhaps it's time for a change. Well, that's at least what his martial arts master, Shifu, believes. He tells Po he is to be the Valley of Peace's next spiritual advisor. With that responsibility, Po also has to pick and train the new Dragon Warrior. Truth be told, though, Po is happy with his current lot in life. Besides, what does he know about being a spiritual leader? He can't even string an insightful proverb together. So Po deliberately puts all that on hold. There have been inklings of a sorceress known as the Chameleon, who's cleverly represented as a lizard. She has her sights on Po, specifically his Staff of Wisdom, which he plans to use to resummon all the master villains which Po has vanquished to the spirit realm. Po will not only have to draw from his own skill, power, and bravery, he has to accept the fact that he can't do it alone and allow the help of family and Zen, a crafty, sharp-witted Corsac fox who uses her talents to be a petty thief. Well, Zen targets Po as a mark, unknowing he is the Dragon King. So upon capture, she tells Po she knows where and how he can capture the Chameleon. Then Zen offers Po a deal. In lieu of jail time, she will help him find the Chameleon. Well, not wanting to hang up his nunchucks just yet, Po will be forced out of his comfort zone and go out into the big city. Juniper City, a Times Square-like feudal metropolis where Po is literally unrecognized. Po goes out on what could be his last adventure. I was pleasantly surprised at the emotional heft of the movie and its cross-generational theme of accepting change and how change is a part of life. These are themes I'm used to seeing in Pixar Toy Story movies, and never thought I would see it in a Kung Fu Panda movie. Oh, something else I didn't expect is the sharp-witted dialogue coupled with some laugh-out-loud slapstick hijinks. Director Mike Mitchell seems deeply immersed in the Kung Fu Panda universe. It's not surprising. He's contributed to all of Poe's tales, as well as another iconic DreamWorks animated movie. You may have heard of it, Shrek. Well, Mitchell understands the nuance of animated storytelling and how to balance the zany with thoughtfulness. As any good director would do, he surrounds himself with some good talent. For example, co-director Stephanie Ma Stein, who worked on one of my favorites, the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Together, they bring Poe into a grander scale of quest and wisdom. With that, they also provide moviegoers with today's dynamic energy of animation. Look, animation no longer belongs to Disney. That's just fact. For example, look at the Spider-Verse movies, the most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and more. Animation has evolved, and what was born of Disney, a format which pushed the boundaries of imagination and storytelling, others have now successfully stood on their shoulders and in some ways have even surpassed Disney in storytelling, especially as of recent. And let's be honest, Buzz Lightyear and Wish haven't been quite up to what I've been accustomed to as a Disney standard. But Kung Fu Panda 4 not only provides creative, energetic animation, but the voice cast that literally animates each of these characters, brings them to big screen life. Awkwafina is no stranger to the world of animation. Her talents really shine in Kung Fu Panda 4. No rapping here. As Zen, she delivers some good old-fashioned fun, sarcastic zingers. And there's Viola Davis as the dastardly Chameleon. She also appears to be having a good time. She never overchews the role and makes for a very fun, fascinating villain. So, as we're audiences, haven't seen Dustin Hoffman in a movie for a little while, hearing his voice is almost as enjoyable as Poe's mentor, Shifu. He seems to also be having a blast. Well, speaking of having fun, listening to the voices of Bryan Cranston and James Hong as Poe's birth and adoptive parents, Lee and Mr. Ping, well, it's like listening to a seasoned comedy duo. They're fantastic and deliver good laughs. Well, the voice cast is rounded out by Ian McShane. He's reprising his role as Poe's original nemesis. I saved the best for last, that being Jack Black as Poe. When watching Poe, it's hard not to imagine Black acting out all of the panda's actions. It's as if all the animators really had to do is just animate Jack Black. Poe seems to be just an extension of his personality. 7 years playing this character, and he is every bit as enthusiastically, comedically delightful as he was in the first Kung Fu Panda. Black also provides Poe with expressive and emotional expression. And he knocks out a version of Britney Spears' Baby One More Time that you're really going to want to stick around to hear during those end credits. Look, Kung Fu Panda 4 is an unexpected blast. It captures the art of animation, slapstick reminiscent of the old Warner Brother tunes with quick-witted lines delivered with zip. 7 years later, and Kung Fu Panda hasn't fallen out of step due to the wonders of animation. The characters haven't really shown any real signs of age, yet their hearts and ambitions have gotten wiser. They've changed, but prove it can be done with a bit of skadoosh. Well, that's my review for Kung Fu Panda. I do highly recommend it. I give it 4 fingers because it is very good. I'd love to know your thoughts on Kung Fu Panda 4. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, if not even more. But if you didn't enjoy it, well, please put that in the comments as well. Be nice, be kind, be fair, and be thought out. I appreciate you tuning in to this new iteration of the Cinescope. Hey, speaking of which, I have a brand new opening logo. Please tell me what you think about that. I think it's really cool. I'll talk a little bit more about it in future episodes, which will be coming in the days and weeks ahead. And again, I really do appreciate your clicking in. Thanks.